Welcome back, guys. This is Samosi. On this tutorial, we are going to be looking at CSS styling. Okay, we have already gone through tags, some tags, not all, because there are a lot of tags in HTML. So this time around, we are going to be styling our tags. I'm going to be introducing CSS styling. So basically, we have three ways of using CSS styling. There's the inline styling, there's the in-page styling, and external CSS styling. Okay, I'm going to be showing you these types of styling in this video. So what is inline styling? Inline styling is the type of styling you do inside a tag, inside a line. Like for example, like this line, you just style only one tag like this. Okay, and there's the in-page styling. This is the styling you do inside the head of your HTML. This is the head from here to here. And the external styling is what you do outside these documents that we are working on. Okay, and that's the reason this is here, because this is going to be targeting an external CSS file called main.css. But right now, this main.css isn't existing. I just left this here I just created this for the future, okay? And it's time to use it. But we are going to be starting with inline styling. Okay, I'm going to show you what inline styling is. Okay, let's go and see what this page already looks like. Okay, this is the page. Okay, you see, this is what it looks like. Okay, so for you to understand what I am saying, let me just do some styling here. Okay, let me do some styling to the body. To do styling, you create you have to type out style. Okay, equal to quotes. Inside the quotes, you declare the style. I want to change the background. We are going to start with changing background colors. Okay, so this is exactly how to change the background. What's color? Let me give the background a light blue color. Okay, let me go ahead and save this and go to the browser, refresh it. You see, it changed the whole page background to light blue. Okay, let's do another thing. Let's come to the header. This is the header. Let's style it too. So what am I going to give to the header? Style equals to equal to then the quotes marks, closing and opening and closing quotes marks should be there for it to work. So let's give this a background color of let's make this green. Okay, let me save this and refresh the page. Oh, oops, there I think there's a typo somewhere. Okay, I didn't close the tag and this messed up the whole thing. See, just one mistake can mess up the whole thing. It made the whole page disappear. You see, it made everything disappear. So I think I corrected that. You see, so this is the head and I made it gray. Okay. Let's get back to our code. Right, I don't like I don't like the color of the font. It doesn't show well inside the screen, so let's just change the font color. Okay, to change the font color, we are still going to use this style here. The only thing is that put a semicolon. I think this is semicolon, right? Just in order to change fonts, you don't need to say background anymore, just say color. Let me change this to white. Save this up and let's go back to the browser. See, change to white. It's more visible now. Okay. Let's go back to the code. So, like, I want to get this whole thing to the center here. It's not looking too good here. So I want to like style the whole text to come to the center. So how do we do this? I want to do this for the body so it affects everything. Remember, if you want to add another style into the styling, you just use the semicolon. Okay. And to align text to center, texts, you say text align. You see, it's already suggesting it here. Okay. Then come on. I'll put center. Okay, save this up. Once we perform an edit, you check it out immediately. So know if we are in the right track. Yep, everything is in the center now. Okay, I think it's looking much better now. Let's go back to the editor. What next? Okay, this is, I think I showed you enough for now for inline styling. So if I want to let me do external styling. Okay, next I'll do external styling next. First we have to create this document first. Okay, let's create this document first. So to create a new document, you come here, click on this new. Now that we have opened a new document, we want to make it a CSS file, and it should have this name for it to be used in this page. So how do we do this? As we have opened a new file, we go to File, click on File, Save As, and make sure you save it into the same document the same document that you opened before. See, I choose the document web dev, then we'll give it the name main.css. It's either you say you write it out like this, or you leave it the way it was and you come here and choose cascading style sheets. See, this is it. Okay, but the easier way is just to type .css and you save. Now it's now a CSS document. Okay, so that's it. Let's go back. Let me show you something. Now, to target an external CSS file and use it for styling, you have to give the tag an attributes. Okay, and there are attributes like ID, class attributes, and name attribute. Let me show you. Like, let me see, I want to target what's next to target the navigation. Okay, I want to give it an ID attribute. To give an ID attribute, you just type down ID. Okay, then inputs. Let's keep this a nav. Let's give the name nav bar. Okay, and close this quote. So now this is now having a nav, an ID of nav bar. That's an attribute ID of the name nav bar. Let's go back to our CSS to call out that ID, to reference that ID. To reference any ID, you have to start with hash. You type down your hash, then curly brackets. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to call the name first. Now curly brackets. Let's give it a background color of blue. Okay, close curly brackets, save this. Let's go to the browser and check it out. Something is wrong with this. It looks good. I think the name, maybe because I used the nav, and this word here is a reserved word. So let me just remove the nav and just say n bar. Okay, let's save this nav n. Okay, save this. Let's go back to the browser. I think everything is spelled correctly. Let's something is wrong. But this is right. Sorry. See this is the problem. Okay, you see in code, any small error or spelling mistakes can harm you, everything you're doing. Okay, I was right about this earlier on, so don't get me wrong. Once you're given an ID name or class name, it shouldn't be a reserved word, because now it's a reserved word. But this is the reason. Guess if I correct this, because style is supposed to have an E inside of it, style sheets. Okay, because I can't see any other mistakes here. Every other thing is looking good. So I believe if I correct that, every other thing will work fine. Yep, I was right. Okay, so that was the problem. You see what's happening right now? When you're coding or editing, you have to be very correct. Check every word. You must be very thorough when checking words or when typing out words, so you don't have problems. You see that is soft. Okay, next thing I want to do, I want to change the font color. So I'll come here and change the font color to white. Okay, Ctrl S. Then let's go check it out in the browser. Okay, it's changed. So that's for external styling. Okay, the next is let's go for in-page styling. So let's do this inside the head. Okay, how do we do this? Just a style tag, style. It's supposed to be inclusive. Okay, then this is where we will be doing our styling if we want to do it in the head of our HTML documents. Okay, in this I'm going to be using the class because I've showed you the ID attribute already. So let me use the class attributes. Still basically the same thing. So let me call this lists. Okay, I'll still copy this, and I want all the lists to be the same class. Okay, then we come here, and to target a class attribute, you start with a full stop or point sign. That's the dots. Okay, then you call the class name, curly brackets. I'm going to, let's change the background color because that's what we want to be doing for now. Background color. Okay, let's make it yellow. Okay, close brackets. Let's save this up and go to the browser. I think there's nothing wrong here. Seems fine. Voila. You see what happened? Change this to yellow, and this is still blue here. Do you know why this is like this? Because the lists are inside the navigation. Okay, the lists are inside the navigation, so that's why it's like this. So the lists, let me change this, the color of the fonts, it's not giving what we want. So let me just change this to color. Let me change it to red. Okay. Let's try this in the browser. Okay, nice. It's now red. Okay. So guys, this is the way you do your CSS styling. These are the methods, the three methods: inline styling, in-page styling, and external styling. So guys, this is all for this tutorial. If you're still new here, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, for more updates, okay? So that whenever I upload a video, you see it and you enjoy. Hope to see you soon. Bye.